the rest of your team fight because you provide another DPS. So even if you take out the Yunara or the Victor, you've still got that extra threat. But it's going to be a different AP carry, it looks like, in the top side. Didn't work out too well yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, if at first you don't succeed, try again.
Yeah. Try and play. You have to try and get past Inspired on the Wukong, Whippo just pressing ore on you, and actually the Samus might get caught here.
Yeah, Busio going to be joining in as well as the animals come out of the jungle. That is going to be a fantastic snare onto Dasamus, and down he goes. First blood over to the Western Goat jungle, and she can start cutting him down. It does depend on the tempo of the game, as another double pulverize comes through here from Busio, looking to try and get that stun onto Trimby. That's going to land, but Morteus doing a whole lot of work here to get damage back onto the level 5 Allstar. The flash forward from Trimby, I don't know about that one, with Morteus gets the ulti just for the shield. Cataclysm, and they are both so close to dead, just stuck in the pen, but it's not. They can't get the extra bit of damage.
Oh, the headbutt from Busio was so clutch in keeping them safe. Even then, I thought that maybe someone could step up and get an auto attack, but now Inspired.
Oh no.
Eyes on Kaisa.
He's going to give them the Teemo thumbs up as Morteus is in so much trouble, and yeah, he is just going to be dead. Feels so comfortable in that series was that the macro game was just a step ahead, right? And so when VKS were in these scrappy moments, they were able to find some angles. It was after that things were a problem. If they're a problem now, it's really bad because it's Orianna versus Victor. Notorious for being one of the least interesting matchups of all time, as this one isn't. Trimby, as feats of warfare going on over to Sticky in this lane. It's a decent fully charged Q to come through from Boal. If he does get the combo, he can be scary, but the problem is the answering buttons are doing work here from Whippo, and as you can see, sort of healing all the way. Oh, we do have the ulti connecting, but puts him into the death realm, and Dasamus, they both disappeared! Oh no, the Q is going to miss. Let's see whether Boal does have the fancy feet as he gets the shield. Cataclysm! Slam dunk onto Whippo, and VKS are on the board. Down, Inspired on that blast cone, ready to get in here. It looks like Flight actually planning to fight for this. Turret does go down, and now a teleport could immediately come in. There it is. Knock up onto Busio, but he has the ultimate running. Gets a triple knock up with that pulverize, and Inspired gets himself out of there, but the shutdown is going to come on through. Morteus in trouble as Whippo takes him out as well, and it's the Mordekaiser that's an absolute monster in the fight. Death Grip connects, triple kill for Mord and for Whippo. She's now going to be getting the attention she deserves, and it will be picked up here by VKS in trade for the second Drake, which will be going over pretty comfortably here to FlyQuest.
Yeah, I did assume that. But yeah, I thought you'd just have FlyQuest fight. You've got Masu in a great spot, and they will take the fight.
Yeah, they will. Exhaust now down onto Trimby as into the backline goes to Samus. They get the ulti, they layer it on top of Masu and take him down. Whippo now fighting Mirror. There's the shockwave coming out. Death Grip not quite going to connect here as this looks a little bit better for VKS, but Trimby's going to go down. It's a double for Inspired as Quad turns up, and the Arcane Storm is now down onto Dasamus. The Death Ray is named pretty well here in this.
As well.
There are double teleports. They could decide to go for it if they want to, but they instead, and I feel a bit silly for talking about it, Dagger. I'm not going to lie. Because I said
no, your point was valid.
Yeah, but it's, as you see here.
And that's not just me being a yes man.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Yes man or no, it means a lot. As Circle comes on down, Masu is going to be put into the Cataclysm, but unfortunately, Dasamus is a little bit alone, and Masu just gets a couple of autos to take him out. Flash wasn't up, but it wasn't required either, as that's a decent little knock-up from Boal, but still FlyQuest are, as a unit, looking for the angles, and it's just a Scion by himself. That is not going to be able to find it. And the flash in from Whippo to take down Morteus. He does ult. They do manage to get the kill on the Mordekaiser, but unfortunately it's still not looking fantastic, as Zombie Scion not going to be able to get too much more done as Inspired sneaks on in and takes down the Kaiser. Decent little knock up there from Trimby, but the Cyclone is going to answer, and the Cyclone is not looking good here for VKS, as it's an ace picked up by Quad.
It's the bounce house for the party that is FlyQuest in this game, managing to pick up so many kills and the Atacon tower and top side, and it's the perfect timing. Reset.
It's a little bit of a shame here. Right now, though, FlyQuest are just running away with this one.
Opportunities for it are few and far between.
Well, Busio is just wandering underneath the turret, gets a nice double pulverize here as they take out the turret in a blink of an eye. Hook is going to connect onto the cow, but he's tanking so much of the damage out of VKS. The FlyQuest are able to land some pot shots of their own. Staying pretty healthy, are VKS, but look at that Arcane Storm. It's doing so much work. Inspired goes in, hasn't even pressed the R button yet as they're being so patient in this fight. This is very measured play out of FlyQuest.
Flyers just playing with their food right now. They know that they already have that combo we were talking about down with the engage.
Yeah, Whippo just standing stalwart in front of the enemy as Pulverize only onto one, but they're just holding them at bay right now. Inspired goes in, immediately goes out yet again. They're waiting for the overextension as Trimby is going to go down. Disarmus finally flags and drags his way in, but already they've lost their support. Miru's nowhere near, and Morteus, I mean, yes, he's still alive, but he's not going to be able to do anything on his own as Quad picks up the kill onto his opposite number, and Morteus goes down as well. A beautifully executed... Does bring a cow down towards the bottom side of the map. I don't think that Boal is going to be too worried about that one, but he might be worried when the cow turns a little bit more purple. That is going to be happening now. 18 based on how they played it. And Whippo now is going to be finding Disarmus, who's just trying to hold him in position. Death Realm going to come on through here, but the rest of VKS are in the area. Let's see what FlyQuest can actually do to try and save their top laner. This is going to be a difficult one. Cyclone comes in from Inspired, and Disarmus is likely going to be the first to go down. Whippo is actually still alive, but the GA is going to get popped, and Quad takes matters into his own hands. Flashing on board, Morteus getting a fair bit of work done, but it's a double kill for the victor. The wallets are too heavy, Dacta, and FlyQuest are going to claim whoever they would like.
Miro has the TP back as he was getting chased down by Masu. Nothing is working for VKS, and Fly just continue to take over in their topside jungle.
Yeah, impossible now. Hextech Soul is a ridiculous thing to deal with. Oh dear. So the MasterCard Priceless moment comes on in here as the Dragon Soul is going to be claimed here by FlyQuest and could be the death nail for VKS. And inner turret's going to fall bottom side of the map as well. And I mean, it just feels almost flag and drag to get Disarmus back towards this fountain, fill up that health bar once again. They might have one more fight in them. You can see Boal ready to leave the station, and he will do it now. Shockwave going to connect onto only one as Boostio gets into the backline, finds the triple knockup. This guy's Allstars has been absolutely unreal as the double to start the fight for Inspired. Quad's legendary absolutely in this game. And Inspired is between two Nexus turrets, picking up a triple kill. Whilst Zombie Form is going to go down, and FlyQuest are going to dispatch of VKS in pretty comfortable fashion here in our first game of the day. Back in form, looking at 1-1 now in Swiss.
FlyQuest back to business as usual as they'll take down the Nexus and finally find that 1-1